and welcome back to the baseline. And today we're doing another top 10. Been a while, but we're finally back on it. And join me as always are my two friends, Craig and Al. And guys, how we doing?
Awesome, man. Good to be back. Good to be doing top 10 lists. This was a fun one, doing the best single season teams of all time. It was a blast putting this together. I can't wait to see how different we are because there's a lot of ways this could go. There's a lot of teams in the history of baseball that had over 100 wins in a season. So it's going to be fun to put this together and see where everybody landed.
I totally agree. I had the most fun because you could legitimately put a whole lot of Yankees teams on here. So that's what I did.
Nice, nice. I love it, and you are correct. And I remember talking off air about to Jordan about this, and I think he was. Tell me if I'm wrong, Jordan, but I think you and I had a similar approach, where because we could have legitimately made at least, I mean, geez, half of this list easily without even thinking could have been Yankee teams. We both made a bit of an effort not to do that. So it's cool that you did because there are at least three glaring omissions from my top 10 that could have been Yankee teams, and I didn't just to get other franchises on there. So that's good you did.
Yeah, I did the top 15, and like nine of them are Yankee teams.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, Al, I'm with you. I think we even joked saying that we should have just called this the top 10 greatest Yankee teams. Um,
Yeah, totally, man.
with the
Totally.
exception of other teams. That's what we
Yeah.
should have called it.
Perfect.
But
Perfect.
yeah, no, I had to look more into it. I came up with more. I actually think, surprisingly, only 3 out of my 10 are actually Yankee teams. Believe it or not. So that's that was very hard to do. Just because you know there are a bunch of great Yankee teams, like Craig said.
Yeah, I went two or three. I can't remember. It was either two or three. But I mean, I legit could have had. I could have had six or seven. No, easily.
Oh, I
And I have
totally agree.
a bunch of them in the honorable mentions, just because I left ones that were totally worthy out of the top 10.
Yes,
Yep,
I totally agree.
me too.
Right on.
All right, well, let's get started. Let's get cracking.
Let's do it.
So for my number 10, it's a team that I think still has one of the greatest non-World Series winners. I think it's actually the only team on my list that hasn't won a World Series. I'm gonna go with the '01 Seattle Mariners.
Right on. One of my honorable mentions.
Not on my mention for me. I put my own criteria on it, that if they did not win the World Series, they didn't make my list.
I did that for the top 10, Craig, but I did put a couple non World Series winners in my honorable mentions, and that was one.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
Okay,
Right on.
um, I mean, yeah, I mean, just 116 games. I think never gonna be broken ever again. Um, and they had a lot of great achievements, a lot of great players to come out here. One of them being Ichiro, which was like his first year
Yeah.
in the big leagues, and won both the Rookie of the Year. He won an MVP, a Silver Slugger, and a Gold Glove, all in his first year.
I mean, got to be the greatest debut in Major League history.
Yeah, that's how I would count it. It was insane of how great. I mean, he even towards the end he was
Really?
still
I
great.
don't think so.
Really,
He
you don't
played
think?
in Japan that long. He was not a rookie. I don't
It,
consider him a
it was
rookie
it
at
was still
all.
his debut in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I push back against that. Well. First of all, I know people love Ichiro. I like him. I'm just never a big huge fan of him. But also, I think people went a little crazy with him. The rookie of the year should not be somebody who what was he 28, 29. It's just like the
I think he
Heisman
was.
Trophy. If they're a senior in college and you're 25 years old, you should not be able to win the Heisman Trophy.
But he
I,
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I did completely disagree. I can't dislike
fascinating.
that
Okay,
more.
that's very fascinating.
Yeah,
Um,
and the MVP, I'll give him. You know, obviously the Silver Slugger, the Gold Glove, all that. The Rookie of the Year, I really have a big problem with.
Yeah, and I
interesting.
listen. I understand where you're coming from, but he still won it.
Yeah,
and that
he had a
that makes it the
thousand
greatest
hits.
debut in Major League history in my mind.
He had 1,000 hits in Japan, over 1,000.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
is still his Major
Still,
League debut.
Yep, and it still should not have been
But
the rookie of the year.
it was.
oh, oh man. Um,
I love it.
interesting.
Hot debate right off the bat.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love.
yeah. It's great. Yeah.
I did. Yeah,
Basically, yeah, Ichiro is my take on it.
I like that. Really off the cool, awesome. I love this.
Yeah. Oh
but
no, the debates are great.
yeah, but yeah. So back to the team as a whole. Five batters batted 300 or better during that season. Uh, one pitcher from my research at least only won 20 games, but none of their five pitchers lost double digits that year. Four pitchers striked out 100 or more batters. They led the MLB in hits and RBIs. Their bullpen led MLB with an ERA of 3.07 that year, and batting opponent's batting average, which was only 201. Um, Brett Boone led in RBIs, and he finished third in MVP that year. And Freddie Garcia, blast from the past, won 18 games and led in ERA. And Jamie Moyer at this time won 20 games. And then as a team, they had a total of 181 RBIs, 198 home runs. And yeah, that's why I put them on. The stats of just the team, the bullpen, and each individual players made this team. It's too hard to leave them off the list, so I had to put them on.
They
Yeah, I
won
get
one
it, man.
game. They won one game against the Yankees though in the playoffs. One. They got beat 4-1,
Yeah,
and nobody was surprised either. But I did like the team in terms of some of the players you were mentioning, especially Edgar Martinez, Ken Griffey Jr. Some of my favorites right there.
Yeah, and they are probably a top three team in Major League history not to win a World Series.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
agree.
yeah. You can make that argument. I mean, the wins are just undeniable in the regular season. 116. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then like I said, that pitching rotation and the bullpen just it did. You're not gonna see numbers like this ever again. You're not, at least in
Yeah,
my
I
view.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, heck of a team, man. Heck of a team. Just came up shy. You know, by the way, Ichiro hit 421 in the playoffs that year. And then and then made the playoffs once for the rest of his career when he played for the Yankees at 38 years old.
Jeez.
Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's insane.
I didn't
I
realize
didn't.
that. I just was
I
looking at
had no
baseball
idea about
reference.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't either.
really
I
didn't.
was checking it out during while we were talking, and it shocked me.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I did not realize that. I feel like he would when he should have been in the postseason more. Wow, that's insane.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. Yeah. Well, boy, when he got there, he did awesome. He also stole three bases.
Yeah.
Ichiro, fascinating guy. So yeah, so good. That's an interesting one to start right off the bat with a team that didn't win the World Series. I like it.
Yep. All
All
right.
right,
So
Craig.
whoever.
Al, you want to go because I think I screwed my list up on something. I
Oh,
need
you
to
got it,
correct.
man. No
I
problem.
got to. I
No,
got to correct it.
no problem at all. All right. So my number 10 is the rookie season for one of the greatest players of all time, the 1942 Cardinals. Stan Musial's rookie season. They went 110-42. They beat the Yankees 4-1 in the World Series. Stan Musial hit 315 with an 888 OPS and 220 hits in his rookie season.
Wow.
and did not have the highest WAR on the team for that single season. That honor went to a guy, and I have two 1952 tops, which is one of the most revered baseball card sets of all time, right?
Yep.
And one of them is this guy, Enos Slaughter. So I know a lot about old Enos. Enos was awesome. And one of the things I did was make a list of how many Hall of Famers were on each team that I picked for the top 10. And this team had two, Stan Musial and Enos Slaughter. Enos that year batted 318, a 906 OPS, 13 taters, 98 RBIs. And what was his single season WAR was 6.8. And he led the league in hits with 188, kind of a low hit total, but for a league leader, but still led the league. And finished second in the MVP voting. They also had a guy. Oh, and their third they had three Hall of Famers, by the way, the two players, Musial and Enos Slaughter, and their manager, Billy Southworth, who, by the way, to this day, and this surprised me because this team had Tony La Russa as a manager, to this day still has the best win percentage all time among Cardinal managers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez,
And
that's
any team that
fantastic.
had La Russa and you have a better win percentage is pretty awesome to me. And they had a dude I was not familiar. Anybody else familiar with the pitcher Mort Cooper?
Heard of him? Heard the name? Definitely have heard the name.
Yeah.
That's impressive because I hadn't. And he that year he won the MVP and went 22-7 with a 1.78 ERA.
Yeah, I used to occasionally like to just look up old MVPs. That's probably why I heard his name on the MVP list of some kind.
Yeah, good old Mort Cooper, man. He had 10 shutouts and pitched 278 and two-thirds innings.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. What the heck? And and here's my little, my I didn't find this for every team, not even close, but I did find a good one right off the bat for nicknames. Their second baseman, I don't think he was even the starter. Let me make sure. Yeah, he was not the starter. He was a bench player. But he played 93 games and wasn't awesome. He had an OPS of 580. But his nickname gets me to talk about him, and that is Frank Creepy Crespi.
Creepy.
Creepy Crespi. And apparently it's not because of any weird off the field proclivities. It's because he got so close to the ground all the time as he scooted around fielding balls.
Wow. Okay,
Creepy
well,
Crespi.
at least it's a good it's a better reason than what I was thinking.
Exactly, because I thought the same thing, Craig, naturally, and I was like, "Well, let me find out why this is, because I'm not going to bring this up if it's some weird, thing that he ended up in jail for." No, it was just, it was just because he was so low to the ground, they ended up calling him creepy.
All right.
Oh, okay. That's well. I'm good. I'm glad you did elaborate that a little bit more.
I thought that might need some clarification. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So, and by the way, did anybody have them on their radar, multiple mentions or top 10?
They were.
I
They
had
were.
them. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jordan.
No, I was just saying. Yeah, they were on my honorable mentions.
Right on.
Uh, They were number 15 for me because I did the top 15, although my list is not complete. So I'm just going to say honorable mention. They had 106 wins and a team ERA of 2.55 for the whole team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
But one of the lower OPSs on the list, though, 717 for the team OPS.
Yeah,
Like
they only have two guys above 800,
yeah, yeah.
Musial and Slaughter.
When we get farther up the list, you'll hear some of the OPSs, and they're just insane for the whole team.
Right on, right on. Although they did have a bench player. Now he only had 10 at bats, so it barely counts. But he had an OPS of 956 in those 10 at bats, and I only bring him up because he doesn't need a nickname because his name was Estelle Crabtree.
Estelle, that's a what? That's what man is named Estelle?
The only other Estelle I know off the top of my head is Estelle Getty, who was on the Golden Girls. So
Yeah, that was the old. That was Sophia.
exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just love the old days because they had names that didn't even need nicknames. The only other one I'll mention is they had a guy named Coker Triplet.
That's fantastic.
What
I
the
love
heck?
I love names.
Oh, Yeah, we're not gonna get names like that anymore.
Yeah. Well said. I love it.
Uh,
So yeah,
oh,
42
here
Cardinals.
this is interesting. I
What's that?
their the farm system was developed by Brance Rickey.
Oh, that
Hmm.
is interesting. I didn't know that.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. Yeah, developed by Branch Rickey, which provide the majority of the players down in the farm system. Huh. Learn something new every day.
Very
Man,
cool.
that is cool. Well, yeah, he developed a few famous rosters apparently.
Yep. All right. So 42 Cardinals. That was what Al's 10.
Yes,
Um.
sir.
All right. So Craig, you're 10.
Okay, my number 10 is the 84 Tigers.
They're my number 9.
Awesome, 104 wins. Um,
One of my favorite teams on this list, by the way.
yep, 186 run differential. I put the differentials for all my teams. So they were plus 186. They hit seven. Their OPS was 774 as a team, which is pretty good. And their ERA for the team was 3.49. But that's because they had some of the guys that were like in the back of their bullpen were not fantastic. Like Glenn Abbott and Roger Mason, their ERAs were like 5. But they had Jack Morris on this team. He was
Darn right.
19 and 11. He started 35 games, had 240 innings. Uh, yeah, he did he win the Cy Young this year?
No, he finished 7th, which
Oh
is
wow.
seems kind of crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, it
But I mean,
does.
we our mutual admiration society for Jack Morris is established in past podcasts, and I love the guy. He'd be if I was putting together all time 5, I'd consider him strongly for it, even though his stats don't warrant it, even though they're great stats. You know what I mean? There would be easily 5 other guys I should put in over Jack Morris based on stats, but Jack Morris would probably make my top 5 because I love him so much.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
love him too. You know, Lance Parrish and Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, Howard Johnson was on this team.
Yeah,
Chet,
Hojo.
yep, Chet Lemon, Kirk Gibson. So Darrell Evans at the end of his career.
Yeah, man, one of the
Yeah.
most underrated players in the history of baseball, according to a lot of people, including
Are,
Bill
are you
James.
on Baseball Reference?
Yeah.
Go to Willie Hernandez
Oh, I was going to bring this up if you didn't.
in the pitching. Is that right? All the way for the awards?
Oh, yes, he won Cy Young and MVP as a closer.
I don't.
Look at
Why
look
do
at
I
the
not remember this? I was alive during this time. How do I not know this?
look at the games pitched, Craig. Look at the games and the innings pitched as a closer.
Yeah. That's insane.
He pitched half of the games in the season, 80 games, and pitched 140 innings as a closer.
Yeah. Holy shit. Woo.
He pitched more innings as a closer that year than a lot of teams' starters are going to pitch this year in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, you got that right. Mm-hmm.
That is one of the
Even,
greatest seasons for a reliever of all time.
even this
192
one guy.
ERA.
Even this one guy, Lopez, pitched 137.
I remember Aurelio Lopez for sure. Yeah, and that was a great season too. Not quite Willie, but incredible. I
Yeah.
mean, just but Willie's season, man. Let's just fawn over this for a second. 192 ERA. He went 9-3, saved 32 games, pitched 80 games, finished 68 of them. 68 games finished. Pitched 140 innings, struck out 112, which was a lot back then. 7.2 per 9 was a good number in the mid 80s. And his whip was .94.
How did I not know he won that an MVP was who the MVP was in '84? I had no idea.
he was a guy, Craig, I thought was going to be on our top 10 closer list, but then I think probably in large part because of this season, he didn't have quite the full length career that some of the other closers did. He flamed out a little quicker than others, but he had a run, and this season being the peak of it. And man, yeah, I remember him winning the Cy Young. I did not remember him winning the MVP also, and I did not remember that this season was that spectacular.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, were the '84 Tigers on your radar?
So they were my number 7.
Oh, nice. All right.
Also, here's another thing. I don't know if you guys came across this, but I wrote this down because I thought this was phenomenal. Like, we're talking about how good they are. Well, listen to this. In their first 40 games of the season, they went 35-5,
Oh, that's right. Yep, good stat. Very good stat.
and one of those games, our our favorite pitcher Jack Morris tossed a no hitter.
Love it. Good old Jack, man. Come on, Jack. Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, and then of course you talk about the World Series, Gibson, his eighth inning home run in Game 5, which I remembered that seeing highlights of it because that's the one when Sparky Anderson's yelling at him that Goose Gossage didn't want to walk him. So Kirk
Nice. That
Gibson
was a
always finds himself in history.
dude was clutch money, man. And this team, by the way, because one of my big things is the Hall of Famers. This team had 3 Hall of Famers, but you can make a case that they could have had 5. They should. Lou Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. I don't think there's even a. I don't
My,
think there's a case against him.
yeah, mine as well. I
Yeah,
believe
no, I agree.
he should be there.
He's got one of the highest all-time WARs for a player that's not in the Hall of Fame at 75. And Kirk Gibson shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of his injuries, but man, if that dude had stayed healthy, he would have been a clear-cut Hall of Famer.
Agreed.
Yeah,
But the ones that are, I forgot to say, are our boy Jack Morris, Alan Trammell, and the manager Sparky Anderson.
Yep.
yep,
Good old
I agree.
Sparky.
You
Yeah,
gotta
no,
freaking love Spark.
yeah, no, that's that this is a great team. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely one of my favorite on the list. I remember watching them, and yeah, they were really really great team, great manager, great pitching, the whole deal, great offense. They were a complete team.
Yes, yes, they were. All right, so number 9. Now, this is my number 9. We're going back to the early 1900s,
Ooh, here
and
we
I
go.
have the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates.
Okay, they
Now,
were
They were on my honorable mentions.
on your okay,
they were
uh,
also on my honorable mentions.
They're
all right,
real quick, just because I did the run differential. Remember, we just were talking about the Tigers. They had a plus 186 run differential.
Mm-hmm.
The '02 Pirates had a plus 335 run
Oh my
differential.
God! I mean, that's got to be one of the highest ever, huh?
335.
That's
It's close to it's like third most ever. The other,
wow.
no, fourth. There's another one too. So, but either way, it's right up there. It's top 5 for sure. I have the other ones on the list, so we'll get to it when we get when we get there. But go ahead, Jordan. Sorry.
Amazing. Wow, that's
uh,
amazing. Yeah, and real quick, I'll say this real quick about them and then go to town, Jordan. This team is a unique one because it's hard to penalize them because they did not win a World Series, but it's hard to penalize them because of that because there was no World Series that year.
Yeah, they only
yes,
played 139 games, and by the way, they went 103-36.
Yeah, it's a massively high win percentage. Yeah.
yep.
That has got to be the best winning percentage of all time.
Now
103 and 36.
there's another one that's even significantly higher, and that I don't know if I should say it yet because it might be on somebody's list.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
Uh,
we'll leave it alone. But
But you're right;
jeez.
it's in contention.
yeah,
Oh, I know
Yeah,
who you're
no,
talking about.
I
Yeah, I know
think
who
I
you're
have
talking
them.
about.
I think I have them on my list too, but I'm not.
That's why
Um,
I don't want to say him. Okay, I thought you might, Jordan. Okay, cool. Because I know Craig and I don't because of something we said earlier, but
Yeah,
I didn't want
the
yeah,
O2
I think.
Pirates, their team ERA was 2.30 too.
to.
So
Yeah.
all right, Jordan.
Um. Well, first off, they clinched the pennant by 27 and a half games. Their team, because we talked about their pitching, their batting, they led in runs, hits, doubles, triples, batting average, and slugging.
Woo.
um, they had a guy. Now listen to this, and this still fascinates me. They had a guy who led the league with 6 home runs.
Oh, I love it.
Yep,
6.
that
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense.
Uh,
Tommy Leach. I see it. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, One of their pitchers, I can't read my own handwriting, won 28 games that year. Um, and as a team, they allowed the fewest walks. You mentioned the ERA, but they also striked out as a team 564 batters, and were scoring around this time. I brought this up because I thought it was fascinating, but a game their average scoring was 5.45 runs a game. So that means every game they were scoring like at least 5 runs or higher, which is
That, that's
insane.
bonkers.
Because
That is bonkers.
nowadays we get what people are winning 1-0 or whatever. But yeah, they were that good of a team.
And that's without hitting home runs.
Yeah.
Man, that's something else. And by the way, you had Honus Wagner on this team, which elevates any team ever because he's one of the greatest players of all time. And by the way, didn't know this. He pitched a game that year. He he pitched 5.1 innings and has had gave up 0 runs and had a whip of 1.12. So one of the
What?
greatest hitters of all time could also toss a shutout. Not a complete game, but give you 5 1/3 innings of shutout ball when called upon.
Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't even see that. Holy cow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Was that his
Oh
only
yeah.
appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was in his career, but that season. Now I have to
Wow.
look up his career to see if he had had any other pitching appearances, and that's wild.
Al, we have the same idea because I'm looking it up as well.
Oh, cool. I'll let you do it then. Nice, good, good.
Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't know that. Hmm.
And Jack Chesbro was the pitcher you were talking about that won 28 games.
Okay, yes, that's what it
Okay.
was.
3 20-game winners
What? I
on
thought.
one team. Oh, and,
Oh,
and just these. While you're looking it up, Jordan. Here's a crazy early 1900s stat. They had four of their top five pitchers had more than 20 complete games, and the fifth guy had 19.
oh, okay.
What
Here it is.
do you got? What do you got?
So he pitched twice. So he pitched obviously in 1902, but he also pitched
Hmm.
in the 1900, and in those two appearances, he pitched a total of 8 in 1/3 innings and gave up no earned runs in his pitching career.
Unbelievable. So he's a perfect pitcher in his limited appearances, along with being one of the greatest hitters of all time.
Yeah, he could have been a two-way
Yep.
player before Otani had.
Unbelievable. He was Ruth before Ruth and Otani before Otani. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Holy cow!
That's great. That's great.
That's why these are so fun because we find stuff like that.
Exactly, man.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, that was so awesome. I love it. All right, well
I
that's
love it, man.
all right. So that's my number 9. Al, you want to go?
All right. Yeah. Well, my number 9 was the Tigers. So if you want to go to Craig,
Oh, yes, right. Craig?
Okay, get to it here. Okay, number 9 is the 61 New York Yankees.
they were the one of the ones I left off that was incredibly difficult, only because I wanted to cram other organizations in there. And what a team!
They in they won 109 games. First of all, their
Hmm.
team OPS was 772. Their
Unbelievable.
their team slugging percentage was 442. All led the
Wow.
league. And yeah, and then of course you got the 60, 61 Maris, the 54 from Mantle, the Eminem boys and all that, and all that was going on. But 109 wins, that's pretty significant. I mean, it's right up there with any of the top teams. And yeah, they're my number 9.
Well, just to,
215 run differential, which is about average, or a little on the lower side actually compared to some of the others, uh, but still pretty significant.
yeah, just a beast of a
Yeah.
team. I mean, they're legendary. The home run chase, the setting, the setting of the record, the whole thing. I mean, just a legendary team, man,
I
and
mean,
for
they
good
made a
reason.
movie. They made a movie about it.
Yep, absolutely. That's. I mean, I don't know if there's any other teams on any of these lists that they made a movie about that single season. Is there? I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, and it was a
Yeah.
good movie. Billy Crystal directed it and
Oh,
wrote
Yeah,
it.
well,
Barry Pepper.
Yep.
yep. Oh, no, uh, I'm blanking on the name because it was another team that they made a movie about. Oh my God. Moneyball. Um, about
Oh
the
yeah,
Oakland A's.
Moneyball. Yeah, about
But
Barry
that team's
Beeman.
not going to be on any of these lists.
No,
Yeah,
but
because they
yeah,
never won.
yeah, no.
But no, you're right. You're right. And there was Bang the Drum Slowly, which was about one. Was that a? I don't know if that was a Yankee team or a player.
Isn't there one of the damn Yankees to play too, and that's a movie as well?
But that's not about the Yankees. That's about Yankees, as in like North and South.
I thought it was. I never saw it. Obviously, could have sworn it was also like it was about the North and South, but also there was some element of the New York Yankees in there somewhere. But I could be wrong.
I saw that movie, and I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but oh no, it is. You're right. There was a Yankee element. I didn't
Yeah, I knew it
remember
was.
that.
I knew it was. I knew it wasn't solely about the New York Yankees, but I thought they were involved in
Yeah,
the.
you're right. That's funny because I saw the movie and I didn't even remember there being a Yankee element. That's so funny.
But yeah, so the 61 Yankees are my number 9. Like we already went over the numbers, so there you
Yeah,
go.
that's a
Love
good
it.
pick. I
Love it.
definitely was on my honorable mentions. But yeah, no, very good pick. I like it.
They had a tie. They were 109, 53, and 1.
Oh, that's funny.
How does that
Huh?
happen?
I think my guess would be they already clinched and a game ended because of darkness.
Well, that could be
That
it.
would be
The
my
rain
guess,
or
but I don't
something,
know.
and they were going to resume, and they decided not even to bother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't see really many ties at all.
Yeah, not in baseball.
No,
By the
no.
way, Mickey Mantle's WAR that year was 10.5.
Incredible.
Oh my,
Absolutely incredible.
oh my God, he just, jeez, he batted 317. He had 54 home runs, 128 RBIs, 131 runs. Jesus. His
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
OPS
Here you
was
was
go.
1.13 is his OPS.
Wow.
wow. Wow. I
His
mean, good
whole
Um.
heavens.
year, everything is in bold. His whole year.
Yeah, he's out. He was absolutely outrageous. Yeah, the only thing he didn't lead in were the things that Roger Maris led in.
Actually, Roger Maris had one more run as well.
Yeah, one more run. He had the home runs and the RBIs and total
Yep.
bases
But he won the MVP, and Mantle was second.
because of the home runs. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, they had they had a hell of a roster too. Elston Howard, um, Bobby Richardson, Tony Kubek,
Yeah,
leadoff
yeah.
gentleman. I love Tony Kubek.
Yogi
And then of
Berra.
course, yeah, that Yogi guy.
Yep. Yogi playing outfield at that point because of Elston Howard.
Yep, 36 years old, coming towards
Still
the end.
batting, still playing well, you know? I mean, geez.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Plus they had Whitey Ford on their pitching staff, you know, which is awesome.
Yeah, that
It
doesn't
was
hurt.
it's not one of the greatest pitching staffs on this list, but Whitey Ford made it great, you know?
Yeah, he was 20. He was 25-4.
Exactly. Yes. Yep.
Jesus.
283 innings. And that's when the second guy on the team pitched 195. It wasn't like everybody was doing that like on some of these early 1900s teams. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
He won the Cy Young, of course, as he should have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
They,
okay.
and by the way, check out Luis Arroyo. We talked about Willie Hernandez's year in the bullpen in '84 for the Tigers. Look at Luis Arroyo's year that year.
yeah. 65 games, 54 games finished.
29 saves, which in 1961 was almost completely unheard of. I mean, that was
Yeah.
that's
Led the
like
league.
getting 50 saves now or 60 even, you know?
Yeah, that led the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah, 119 innings from a closer.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. And his
He
record was
pro-
15-5.
he probably did a lot of 2 and 3 inning saves.
Had to have. Had to have. You know? Yeah, because he pitched in 65 games and pitched almost double that amount of innings. So absolutely. Good call.
Yep.
And he was 34 at the time. Dang.
And
Luis Arroyo.
he was sixth in the MVP.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. That's a year, man. That's a guy I honestly was not familiar with, and boy, I should have been. That's quite a year.
Hmm? Yeah, no, it's a good pick.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was one of
also
my
that.
harder ones to leave off for sure.
That tie, because I just looked it up, it was due to weather.
Yeah,
It was a tie ball game, so that's how they called it.
did it happen to say why they didn't make it up?
No, it did not. It just said that, and then of
Like
course
like
it
you-
went on.
like you said, yeah, like you said, Al. I'm sure it was probably the Yankees clinched everything, and there was no need to make it up.
That makes sense to me. I was just curious if there was any confirmation, but I will
Yeah,
go with
no, it
that
does.
theory. I like it.
Yeah, it didn't bring it up. It just went on, and then it said, of course, the 61 Yankees are known for. I'm like, okay, I give up.
Yeah, nice. I love it. I love it.
Uh,
Cool. Great one, Craig. All
yeah,
right,
that was a good
Jordan.
call. All right, so my number 8, we are going to the staying in the National League on my part, and we're gonna go with the 1907 Chicago Cubs.
Oh, I love it. That's my number 7.
That's my number 5.
Oh wow, okay. Um, yeah,
Tinker to Evers
basically,
to Chance.
uh, yeah. I also like that we have them in different spots, which is awesome. I love it. Um, but yeah, they finished 107 and 45. Swept the Tigers, by the way, in the World Series.
Yep.
Which is very interesting. They had a lot of great great players. One of them being Mordecai Brown, who went 20-6, and his ERA was 1.39, and also he had 3 saves. Um,
One for each finger.
yeah, forgot about that. Thanks, I appreciate.
Yeah,
Holy
another
cow!
thing, by the way. So no, I was wondering. We have only 152 games. So where the rest of it go? 151 games, and the reason why is that they've had 3 ties.
No kidding, Craig.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
107, 40, 45, and 3.
How about that?
Hmm.
That is weird.
That is very weird.
And actually, that's 155 games. So why did they have an extra game?
I don't know. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know. Yeah, there's
But either
something
way, 107 wins in a 154 game season's crazy.
Yeah.
absolutely unbelievable. I kind of wish I had put this team a little higher, only because I mean, and Craig, you were a little more thorough in your stat hunts than me. Um, where do you have a? Do you know where this team ranks all time in ERA? Because they had five starters with an ERA in the ones.
I don't know about where they have it, where they rank, but their team ERA. I mean, this is the dead ball era. Their team ERA was 1.73 as a team.
Yeah, is there can't be anybody else on this list lower than that, right? Even the dead ball
No,
teams.
no. I'm looking at my list of 15, and I even have a couple of extras that I did not rank. No, they are the lowest, but there's another team that's just right there, like 2 percentage points above. And I think we can mention it now because I don't know if anybody's gonna have them on the list. So I'm gonna say if I do, you have them on your list, I apologize. But it's the 1906 Cubs.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they are not they are one of the honorable mentions for me.
Yeah, they're the team that has the higher winning percentage that we were talking
Exactly.
about earlier.
That's
They were 116 and 36.
yeah.
That's insane. And
Yep.
their team ERA was 1.75 instead of 1.73. But nobody
Amazing.
else is in the ones as a team on the rest of the list.
This one I mentioned to Jordan off air about a team that had all starters in with ERAs in the ones. They had the league leader Jack Feaster with 1.15 ERA, and he only beat his teammate Carl Lundgren by .02 because he Carl Lundgren had a 1.17. Mordecai Brown, Three Finger Brown, the only Hall of Famer on this pitching staff, only had the third best ERA with a 1.39 and a name I just, yeah, how about that, dude? And a name I just have to say because you know I love names, doesn't even need a nickname, Orville Overall.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Yes, Orville Overall had a record of 23-7 with a 1.68 ERA. I
By the
mean,
way, as a team, they hit 13 home runs.
oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, their OPS was not going to lead this list.
Nope, their team OPS was 629.
Yeah, the best OPS on the team was Frank Chance, who had a 756.
Yeah, this was the dead ball era.
Yeah, and that has to be taken into account in both ways with the ERA and with the offense. And let's not gloss over that this was one of maybe the all-time legendary infield of all time, Tinker to Evers to Chance. And I didn't realize Frank Chance was the freaking manager while he was also being one of the greatest first basemen ever. He, by the way, four Hall of Famers on this team, the entire infield I just mentioned, Frank Chance, Johnny Evers, and Joe Tinker, and three finger Mordecai Brown.
Wow.
Was this the last Cubs team to win the World Series before they won it in 20 whatever?
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
Because they went 108 years, I want to say. 106 years. Well, I don't remember exactly.
Efforting.
I'm trying to see
Oh wait.
myself.
Oh wait. They won in '08 too?
Okay. Oh, 08, and then they won it in what, 2016?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
108 years. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Boom. There it is. Yeah. So I guess they won two in a row and then they went on their drought. Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to see where I was trying to look it up while you guys were talking where they were ranked. If, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say it's just preference, honestly, because one article says they're considered ranked all time, but then if you look up which team is ranked all time in pitching, they give you the Atlanta Braves with the big three. So I'm guessing just preference wherever you want to put them.
Yeah. There's that because again, you have to think about the dead ball era with these crazy low ERAs too. So while I think you can make a case, there's a lot of different cases to be made. In different eras. There's the '60s era when the mound was really high that helped ERAs for a while. There's a lot of different factors along the way, but I don't care what era, what time, what factors you put in. This team was spectacular as far as pitching goes. If you want to discount them some because of the dead ball era, I understand, but the numbers are just ridiculous, and you have to factor that. It's crazy, just crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree. Yep.
All right.
Good stuff.
So, Al, you're number 8.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're going in the speaking of the dead ball era. We're right in the thick of it. This would be just a couple years before that Chicago Cubs team, and that is the 1905 New York Giants. Did anybody have
1905.
these guys?
I did not.
Yep. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Yep. I got them.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So I'll start by saying they were 105 and 48. They beat the Philadelphia Athletics in the World Series 4-1. They had 4 Hall of Famers. And one was Christy Mathewson, who was in all of our probably top 5 pitchers of all time, maybe even top 3. I don't remember anymore, but he was way up there for all of us. I know. They had Joe McGinty, another Hall of Fame pitcher, Roger Bresnahan, a Hall of Fame catcher, and John McGraw, who was I think he was my 1 or 2 all time manager. So they had quite a list of characters on this team. And here's a fun fact, and then we can dive into their stats a little bit more. They had a guy on this team, and this guy lives in infamy. Not infamy. That's not the right way to say it. That's terrible. That's not the right way to say it. He is famous. It sounds like the bad version of Creepy Cresco. No, this was he is famous. This guy is famous forever. He's a famous baseball player forever that people will remember who'd never even watched an inning of baseball because of a movie. And the guy played 1 inning in right field in this season, and that's the entire extent of his baseball career. He never even had an at bat. He was a defensive replacement for 1 inning in 1905, but his name is Archibald Moonlight Graham, and he was immortalized forever in Field of Dreams.
Yes, I know. Yep.
Moonlight Grand.
He was Frank Wally played the young version of him, and freaking Burt Lancaster played the old version of him. This guy played 1/2 inning, but he is immortalized forever. Moonlight Graham.
Yep. And he wanted to wink at the pitcher.
Exactly. That's the
Yep.
guy. Yep.
Now,
Oh,
was
that's
that
That's
awesome.
the
winking?
guy.
I wonder if that winking story is true.
No, it's not because he never had an at bat.
Well, I'm just saying, like, did he want to? Like, if he got up there, was that the point? Was he going to?
Yeah. Maybe that very well could be true. Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny because he became a kind of legendary because of the movie. I mean, you have Burt Lancaster play it, for crying out loud, one of the most
Yep.
revered old school actors of all time, and he
Great
played half an
performance
inning.
there too. Yep, great performance there
Heck,
too.
oh heck yeah.
Did he also become a doctor like in the movie?
You know what? I didn't write that down. Let me find. I'll find out. I'm not sure.
I wonder why they call them Moonlight. I don't remember that being in the
Oh, he
movie.
did. I did read this. You know what? And I'm glad you said that because it jogged my memory. He did become a doctor, and they called him Moonlight because he was taking his doctorate classes, his doctors. He was doing medical school while he was playing baseball.
Oh
So he was
wow.
moonlighting as a
Wow.
baseball player. How about that? I forgot. I'm glad you jogged my memory on that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So yeah, this team was just had a legendary cast of characters. They had a guy named Bill Dalen who had a heck of a year. He had a 5.4 WAR. He must have been a heck of a fielder. And this is where the nebulous nature of WAR comes in for me. But he had a 5.4 season WAR while having a 673 OPS, which
Wow.
is God. He must have been an Ozzie Smith like defender to put up that kind of WAR with those kind of offensive numbers. Um, They had a guy named Mike Donlin who probably looks like he probably would have been in contention for the MVP that year because he had a 6.4 WAR with a 908 OPS in the dead ball era, for crying out loud. Um, and of course they had Christy Mathewson who won 31 games that year, put up a 1.28 ERA and a .933 WHIP. I mean, come on,
Nice.
Wow.
yeah,
Also,
Moonlight Graham.
I didn't realize that Mathewson uh, had 3 complete game shutouts in the World Series.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I
I
was
forgot
just
to write
reading
that
that,
one down. That's awesome.
which I'm
Oh, you're
like, oh
right. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
And his whip was .556 in those 3 games. Holy moly. He gave up 14 hits and a walk in 27 innings.
yeah.
He had
Wow.
more strikeouts than base runners allowed.
Holy
Love it.
cow!
That's
Oh,
insane,
that's
man. That
insane.
is
Yeah.
insane.
By the way, if you
Oh
want to make
man.
grown men cry, just put on Field of Dreams.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. I mean, it is an all-time tearjerker.
That
Yep.
ending is just will rip your guts out.
Oh my God, yes. I mean,
Yep.
just an all-time movie. Especially, yeah. If you wanted to see your dad cry, who never cried, get him in a room with that movie on.
Which,
Yep.
by the way, I'm just gonna say this now. Because I've seen every year they always do a ranking. It's to me, I think it is. Maybe you guys have different opinions, but I know a bunch of people, if you look it up, do not have that as the top 10 baseball movie, as the top baseball movie of all time. I think it is. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's been some great ones. It depends on what you want. If you want like comedy, it's definitely not that. If you want um drama, because there's a little bit of that fantasy element to it, the time traveling element to it. So I
Yep.
could see like people saying more of a pure like The Natural, more of a pure baseball movie, or if you want the comedy, then like Major League or whatever. Uh,
Right.
Bull Durham is fantastic, one of my favorites.
No doubt.
Uh, but I'm with you, Jordan. Though I would say my number one is Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably give it to Field of Dreams too. I never really thought about it. And maybe that's a list we have to do one of these days. That would
You
be
know
kind of
what? I
fun.
was just thinking that there's plenty of movies to choose from. We probably should do it, but the thing is, I don't know if I've seen all the classic ones. Like I definitely didn't see Damn Yankees.
Yeah, yeah. And apparently I forgot.
Yeah, and I only saw The Natural a couple times. Don't forget, you got also the Sandlot and the Bad News Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Angels in the outfield. Just kidding.
Yeah, Angels in the Rookie of the Year is another
Yeah,
one
yeah.
with the kid from American Pie.
About Mr. Baseball, where Tom Selleck goes to Japan.
Oh, well, Mr. 3000 too.
Is that the Bernie Mac one or something?
Yeah,
Who
the
is
Bernie
that?
Yes.
Mac movie
Yeah,
where he's going for
I like that
3,000
one.
hits.
yeah, man.
Oh, and
Dude.
the
Oh,
Oh,
I
Kevin
there. Yeah.
Costner, where he's the pitcher. Who was that no-name pitcher that was playing for Tampa Bay? It
Oh,
wasn't even that
yeah,
long ago.
yeah.
And they made that movie because he was throwing. I always remember the preview of the movie. I never saw it, but he's like
Trouble with the
He
coaching a
made the
Curve.
team to
majors in
like
his 30s or something, right?
yeah,
Oh,
he's like
oh,
coaching
oh.
a team
The
and
the rookie.
he's throwing in what is it?
It's called the rookie.
The rookie.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're probably
You're
right.
talking about the
But
high
all
school
I remember
coach,
in the
right?
preview is he's coaching the
Yeah,
team. Yeah,
that's it.
and there's he's throwing, and they're like, how if you throw, we think that you're throwing pretty fast. You might be able to make it again, or at least try to go after it. And he throws it at 77 miles an hour. So they're like, oh, never mind. And they're all walking away. And as they're walking away, there was a short on the sign, and the seven got filled back in, and it was 97, not 77.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I forgot all about that one. I never saw that movie. That makes me kind of want to watch it because I remember that story,
Me
but I
neither.
uh, I never watched the movie.
Yep. And then the Billy Bean one we just said, Moneyball.
Yep.
Yeah, Moneyball. Yeah, which I enjoyed.
Oh, Little Big League too.
Oh
Yeah,
yes, that's a fun one.
yeah, that's a good
Yep.
one. I like that one.
Yeah, there's so much to choose from. We didn't even there's Bang the Drum Slowly, the old classic. There's there's a couple old ones that are 60. Well, there's 61, which we mentioned earlier. The one about Jackie Robinson. What's it called?
42.
Um, 42 is base his number, of course.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
Oh, that's
I did. It was
fantastic.
good. I think it was a made for HBO movie, if I remember. And those generally are pretty good. Or they used to be.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a good
61
one.
was too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Barry Pepper. I think Barry Pepper played Roger Maris, if I remember right, and smoked like 400 cigarettes.
Uh,
Oh, I love it, man. That's awesome. Well, apparently, I mean, we just did 5 minutes on that without even thinking about it. So that's one we're going to have to do.
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Uh,
All right. Well, you want to get back to today's list, and that was my number 8, the 1905 Giants.
yes. So, Craig, you're your number
Yep.
8.
Okay. My number 8 is a team that went 108 and 54, had a plus 218 run differential. Again, not ridiculous, but a 3.15 team ERA and a 7.745 OPS, and that is the 1970 Orioles.
That's my number 5. Another one of my favorite teams. I didn't see him play because I wasn't born until 1974, but I watched everything and read everything I could in retrospect, and love this team.
Yep. I don't know what OPS plus is. Do you know what OPS plus is?
Not
Anybody?
really. No, no. I just
No.
All I
know
know is the
people.
higher it is, the better, obviously.
Yeah,
That's all I know. And theirs is pretty high. Theirs is over 100. Theirs is OPS plus is 105.
yeah. This
Um,
was a heck of a team, and plus they had the best fielding third baseman and one of the greatest fielders of all time at any position,
yep.
Brooks Robinson.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a
Yep.
there's a lot that you can dive into on this team.
Oh, let me say this real quick. Talking about that, they had, and I don't think it's even disputable. They had the greatest fielding left side of the infield in the history of Major League Baseball. They had Brooks Robinson, the greatest fielding third baseman of all time, and the most underrated fielder in the history of baseball, shortstop Mark Belanger. And I say that because I don't know if you guys know this, Mark Belanger is second all time to Ozzie Smith in defensive WAR at shortstop.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's right there. I mean, if you're second just to only Ozzie Smith is better, then that's a short list, obviously.
No doubt. And by the way, top 3 defensive wars at any position in the history of baseball, Ozzie Smith, Mark Belanger, Brooks Robinson.
Wow, Davey Johnson was on this team.
I was going to bring that up. He was their starting second baseman and a heck of a player. He had a nice 753 OPS, which at second base for that time is really good. Solid batting average, 281. Made the All
Frank
Star
Robinson
game.
too. Frank
And
Robinson.
all Hall of Fame. Yeah, 4 Hall of Famers on this team. Both Robinsons, Brooks and Frank, Jim Palmer, and manager Earl Weaver. Right there with Sparky Anderson for my 2 favorite manager personalities of all time.
And don't forget, he had Boog Boog Powell was on this team with 35 dongs.
Who won the MVP that year?
Yeah, he had 35 homers, 114 RBIs, and a 287 average.
Yeah, 962 OPS. He was a beast, man. He was a
He
guy that,
struck out. He struck out 80 times. That's it.
yeah, absolutely. And he was a borderline Hall of Famer, he
Nobody on the
was,
team struck out over 100 times. Not one.
isn't that something?
That's insane.
Isn't that something, man? Back when they actually took pride in that back then.
Yeah,
It's funny.
now
Jim
you got
Palmer
guy.
won 20 games, but he was third on the team for
Say that
wins.
again?
Jim Palmer won 20 games, but he was third on the team for wins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. They had number 2, number 4, and number 5 in the Cy Young that year. Dave McNally, Mike, I don't know how you say his name,
Queller,
Caller,
Yeah,
Queller.
Queller.
yeah.
Yeah, he was 24-8
Isn't that wild, dude? But and look
Yeah.
at Palmer's innings pitched. Look at all 3 of their innings pitched.
over 300. Wow.
305, 297, and 296 for their top 3 pitchers. That's freaking wild.
Jeez.
Talk about never see that again. Not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
Woo.
No one.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a good team. Holy cow.
Yeah,
They
this
were
team
my
is
honorable mention.
something.
I'm kind of mad I left them off the list, but they were one of my honorable mentions.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
you're
many
your
good
number
teams.
5.
Yeah, they were my number 5, Craig. Yep.
Okay, so it was, all right. I'm glad about that pick then. Number 8. Okay. Uh, was it Jordan? You're back up for number
Uh,
7.
well, my number 7 was taken. I had the '84 Tigers.
And my number 7 was taken. I had the '07 Cubs.
Oh, alrighty. Well, we're gonna go to my number 7, I guess. We're gonna
Yes,
go right
sir.
back to those New York Yankees.
Nice.
1937 Yankees.
Wait, which one?
1937 Yankees.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Gotcha. They're another one of my honorable mentions.
Um,
30. Man,
I've been mentioning the run differential thing. The highest one so far that we've gone through is, I think I mentioned one was like 30 something. But either way, their run differential in 1937 was plus 351,
Woo!
which is third most all time. Third most
Dang. And
ever.
it was the '02 Pirates that we had talked about before, and this beats them. Wow.
Yeah, 351 craziness. Um their OPS plus was 105. Again, we don't know totally, but their team OPS was 825.
Holy crap. Oh my God. That's crazy, man.
Their team on base was 370. Their team slugging was 456. Team batting average was 283. They went 102 and 52. Again, a 100 game winning team with only 154 games played. And your Hall of Famers, they're just all over. Lou Gehrig was still playing, uh, just all over the place. Obviously, Joe D within and Lou Gehrig. That's all you really need, to be honest, when you're really talking about it. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Plus Bill Dickey.
yeah.
yeah.
Joe DiMaggio had 46 home runs and 167 RBIs.
What in the world? Lou Gehrig had 158.
And then he had 100. All right, so here's Joe DiMaggio's year. Batted 346 with a 412 on base and led the league with a 673 slugging, OPS over 1, 46 homers, 167 RBIs, 151 runs.
That
Wow.
is absolutely wild, man.
That's insane. Oh my God.
I mean, that on base percentage of 473. I mean,
Yeah,
my goodness. My goodness.
yeah.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah. I mean, this is the pinnacle Joe DiMaggio season. And, a lot of the older player people, like my grandfather, Grew up, he was too late. Babe Ruth was before his time.
Hmm.
So he was prime Joe DiMaggio time, and Joe DiMaggio is by far was his all time favorite player for sure.
Well, he picked a good one. Holy mackerel! I mean,
He
you
said
can't
he
go
saw
wrong
him
with Joe
play.
D.
Yeah, he said he saw him play dozens of times.
Oh, that's so cool. That is
That's
so
awesome.
cool. I can't
So
imagine getting
yeah,
to see Joe D play, man. Come on, that's just unbelievable. Plus, apparently, I mean, if he was also lucky enough to see Red Rolf.
yeah.
Red
Speaking of
Rolf was the third baseman.
Red Ruffing was the pitching staff won 20 games, was 20-7.
This staff was loaded with, or this team was loaded with Reds. Red Rolf,
Yeah,
Red Roughing. Plus, they had a
loaded
bump Hadley. They had two
loaded with
Reds and a bump.
Loaded with Hall of Famers too, and
They had
loaded
two
with
Reds,
just
a
I mean just
bump.
a great team. My God, I'm just looking at these numbers.
Oh, it's incredible. They had two
Yeah,
Reds, a bump, and a spud.
that's the quote of the podcast right there. Two Reds, a bump, and a stump, and a spud.
Oh
Oh,
shoot! Oh man!
that is great. But yeah, so I think they're definitely worthy to be on the list, or at least be on your honorable mention. I would assume.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they were definitely they were one of several Yankee teams that should have been in the top 10 that weren't, just because I was trying to get other organizations in there. That's the only reason.
The only thing that you can't really praise them for their team ERA, but again, this was the time of the exploding statistics. Their team ERA was 3.65, which is
Yeah, I was looking at that, and yeah,
the highest
they
on
had
this
a
list.
they had a starter who started Bump Hadley, actually one of the bump who had he started 25 games and had an ERA of 5.3. He actually had a negative WAR, but
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
But I mean, you're counterbalancing that with Lefty Gomez, who was one of the best of his time, and putting up a 2.33 ERA in that era is spectacular. Red Ruffing had a hell of a year, 2.98 ERA and 20 wins. Outside of those two, it got a little dicey, but man, I mean, their offense more than makes up for that in spades.
Yeah. So there you go. That is my number 7.
Love it, love it. All right, Jordan, do you have a six? Uh-oh.
Oh, did we lose Jordan?
I think we did. Jordan, come back to us.
I hope that.
You know what, Craig? We've done an hour 7. Would it be a good time just to get. Oh, wait. Is Jordan back?
Hold on, guys.
He's here. We
So
got you, Jordan. Can you hear us?
yes, I
We
don't
got
know.
you.
It did that stupid thing where it said connecting, so then I had to join by the link. I don't know if it's still recording on your guys, but it restarted
It
for
says
me.
here
Should.
that it's still recording, but Al just had a suggestion. Maybe we should break and make this a part 2.
Yeah,
Um,
because this is the time where an hour 8 in, and a lot of times after an hour, it gets a little dicey.
all right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a part 2 because, yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. Like I was talking and you guys were talking. So
Yeah, we
yeah,
couldn't hear you. Dang it. Oh, shoot. So, all right. Well, hey, listen, we'll pick it up at your number 6, Jordan, in a minute here with part 2.
yes, we'll do that. We'll do a part 2 right after this.
All
All
right,
right.
sounds
See you
good,
in a
guys.
sec.
All right.